Except y'all can't hear me. Now you can. I'm gonna test and see how well this works tonight. Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Thank you for being here tonight. As you can see, I have music going now. So hopefully one little step further closer to being a real living boy. Or a YouTuber who does live streams. Or someone like my brother. Everyone can hear me, right? You can hear me, music sounds good, I sound good. Anything like overpowering the other? Yeah, Chris is still going. He's gonna be up all night catching Pokemon, so. My hair is a complete wreck today. Sure. I have no idea what it wants to do. I'm always worried it's gonna, like, whenever I style it, it comes up to, like, this point, and I'm always reminded of, like, Ed Grimley, Martin Short's character. I feel like I need to, like, hoist my pants, like, all the way up here and be like, oh, I love Pat Sajak. This is seemingly really loud on my end. I'm still playing around with how this music should be. Is the music a little too overpowering? Let me try. Of course, it helps if it's playing music. Here's something else I want to try too. Well, real quick, before I start playing around with a lot more stuff and get this started, the music could go lower. I just lowered it, so I know there's like a time delay here, but let me know if it's, like, as of now, does it sound better? So real quick, YouTube stuff, y'all know. Doing the donations tonight. Just a nice simple, like, 30 bucks. Anyone want to donate 30 bucks? Drop 30 squid. I don't know if that's still a term. It seems to have sections that are louder but not overpowering you. Okay. I just really want it background. I don't want to be just sitting here like the entire time, like dead silence unless I'm talking. I feel like that could be a little iffy on how this all works. So yes, donations if anyone would like to drop some money. I need to buy a bunch of food that's not microwavable because our microwave doesn't work. I mean, that's not really a real, like, pressing need, but I thought it just would be funny to say. For some reason, like, at all times, like, at least one of our kitchen appliances is not working properly, like, at all. Garth, sorry, I'm spit all between. It's absolutely 100% okay. I am okay with donations going straight to them. Will not feel bad about that whatsoever. Garth, I know you dropped a lot, like the last time I did this stream going to Tori. She very much appreciated that. All those donations, so thank you to you and everyone who donated during that. Most microwave dinners can be heated up in the regular oven, except they all come in like really flimsy plastic trays now, and they all say do not place an oven on it. So here's the thing, I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all, because I feel like people who watch me are deserving of complete honesty. I could probably stand to not eat microwavable food for a little bit. I'll probably be okay. Could probably stand to cook my own food using real ingredients and not like preservatives or something. So, yeah, that would probably be a really good idea for me. But yeah, it never fails. It seems like always at any given time, at least one of our kitchen appliances probably isn't working or is like iffy. I know for a while there we had, I forgot what it was. Oh, the oven would stay on. The oven was staying on constantly, so the switch to turn on the oven wasn't working. And so it would stay on like all day, so we had to manually turn off the circuit breaker, and then we would have to turn it on if we wanted to use the oven, and then after we're done using the oven, turn it back off. Now we're having like the opposite issue. It's basically the microwave, the magnetron on it is causing like electrical surges, and it's flipping the breaker. Now it won't even turn on, the breaker's completely turned off, you can't turn it back on. So had maintenance come out, they just unplugged the microwave, flip the breaker back on, so at least we can use the oven because it's a gas oven with an electronic ignition. So anyways, welcome to my stream where we talk about ovens and microwaves. It's a blast. I mean, I did spend like what, 7 to 10 years, roughly about 10 years doing something professionally with appliances. I think like 3 of those were like repair support over the phone, and another 7 like direct sales to customers. So yeah, y'all got appliance questions, let me know. That's what people want to fucking hear on the stream. Lo-fi music and appliance questions. Hey, how does a refrigerator work? Keeps your shit cold. Also your food, but I mean, you can put your shit in there too. You'd be a weirdo, but you could do it. And that's it for tonight. Thanks everyone for watching. Alfalfa of Little Rascals. Yeah, I'm the Alfalfa-nator. So, anyways, do a big pot of pasta sauce, adding in fresh stuff like mushrooms, onions, peppers, garlic, etc. Any of the meats you want, then just heat up the pot of sauce and boil some water to cook pasta. Yeah, I mean, pretty much. The nice thing about like doing that, especially if you make your own pasta sauce. Again, I love cooking, so you are speaking to my inner soul there, Garth. Ugh, can't talk. Sorry. I can pronounce your name normally. You've heard me do it. One of the benefits to cooking something like, say, like a good like Italian like tomato sauce is like you make a big batch of it, you stick it in the fridge and let it sit overnight. It is better the next day when all those flavors have a chance to get to know each other. And nerd, I'm just up way later than I should. This is my Friday. Yeah, I love having like my weekend in the middle of the week. Again, because mainly not too much is ever going on the actual weekend. So I don't have too many like personal friends here in Austin that I go and like physically hang out with. So most of my friends are you peoples online. So I did go hang out with a friend here this past Thursday. So this past Thursday I had the opportunity to it was either opening night for Terrifier 2, which I can explain that here in a minute, or go see Roger Waters live in concert. For those who don't know, Roger Waters is was basically like the head writer from Pink Floyd. One of the major heads. I mean, David Gilmour was also another major one. Of course, when the band first started, there was Syd Barrett. And then the other band members have contributed writings on a couple of songs here and there, mostly on the Ummagumma album, as far as I remember. So yes, Roger Waters is the one that's primarily responsible for writing like The Wall. The Wall is a big passion piece for him because it directly has to deal with his father who served in World War II. And the character, of course, The Wall's a concept album. The character in that is dealing with a father who served and died in World War II, much like Roger Waters' real father. So got to go see him, decided to go see him. Yeah, oh, by the way, which one's pink? He actually did sing that song, too. The Have a Cigar. He did sing that, even though, if I remember correctly, he was not, like, none of the members of Pink Floyd were actually the ones who sang that song on the Wish You Were Here album. And I can't remember the guy who sang it off the top of my head. If I saw his name, I'd be like, yep, that's it. Oh, let me see. Cannot remember. Yeah. It's not coming to me right off not within the 15 seconds. So, anyways, so he did perform that song. So yeah, I went with a friend to go see Roger Waters at it's this new arena that has just opened this year here in Austin, taking Roy Harper. That's it. Thank you, Garth. It is a new arena that's taken the place of our long-standing arena, like the arena that it's replacing. The new arena is called the Moody Center. The old one is the Frank Irwin Center. If you've ever been to Austin, the Frank Irwin Center is right at downtown on the outskirts of the University of Texas property. And it usually hosted a lot of like UT basketball games, concerts, stuff like that. I remember when I was a kid, we went to the Frank Irwin Center. I saw like Sesame Street Live there. Oh, what else did I see? I remember Sesame Street Live. I don't think I went back to the Frank Irwin Center. There may have been like a random circus that came through town, like a Ringling Brothers circus that came in, and we went there to see them. Otherwise, I don't remember going back there until like I was much older and I was able to go see concerts on my own. Yeah, because I can't remember who else like played there or what else happened there. I really hate my hair. Especially because looking in the camera, and I'm basically looking on the screen, and everything on screen is backwards. So I'm basically having to use the Chucky head over here as the anchor as to what direction. Like if my hair, like my hair right now, I feel like is going more like this away from the Chucky. So if I want to brush it the other way, I'm having to, okay, Chucky's right here. So Chucky's on this side, other hand's over here. So I need to brush this way to straighten it up. Yeah, like that. It's so weird. Like just getting used to doing this, because I mean, I do this during like Cinefanatic streams as well, but the actual program that we use for like live streaming like this on our own, it does that. It flips everything backwards, so it's not the same as what I see like up here. Like my camera has like a side view. Here's another thing. Actually, speaking of this, I want to test something here. This is a new feature. I had to update my entire computer because of this. There is a new feature on here, and I want to see if I can. I don't have the overlay layout set up for this, so this is going to be a little weird, but I want to see if this works. So I'm using, right now I'm using, and my brother does this on his Twitch also. What the fuck is that next to you? What in the Child's Play heck is that? That would be the Chucky head from the beginning of Child's Play 2. I wanted to get like the full Chucky doll, but right now the only ones that are available are like $600. NECA, I believe, has a couple coming out. They have like a couple of different Chuckies, like the Child's Play 2 Chucky and the Bride of Chucky with the stitches. They have the life-size dolls of those coming out that are like 200, and there's also a Tiffany coming out. So I would like to get those eventually, but I'll probably get those like Halloween next year. Okay, we're gonna try something here. Mute this. Okay, so this may look a little weird. I'm gonna have something that's going to pop up. Once again, there's a Chucky head. It's gonna pop up here. Essentially, Streamlabs, this Streamlabs OBS software that we're using, it now has the ability that you could bring someone else in, kind of like StreamYard. Say like StreamYard hosts the video, say like for Tagline on Cinefanatics. StreamYard hosts the video, and then there's one video that's playing, and I log into StreamYard, my brother logs into StreamYard, and we just put our cameras up there. This is kind of similar. The difference here is I'm hosting this stream on my computer through Streamlabs, and now a guest can come in. So, one of the things you could do with that is, if this works, I'm not sure why this isn't working. Oh, that's why. I believe. It was working before I went live. Now yeah, I don't know why this is not working. It was working perfectly fine before. Camera's working. I don't want to unmute. Yeah. Ooh. Otherwise we'll do that. Okay, so why is this not working? I mean, it shows I'm in here, so this is correct. Yeah. Fit to screen, no. Well, this isn't working, which is weird. let's try. I wonder if for some reason it's because of that desktop audio. I doubt it, but see, it's not showing on here either, and it should be. Yeah, I don't know why this isn't working. So I have it where it's supposed to be. I can bring in it, the program here generates a link. I sent it to my phone, so now I'm on my phone essentially here, and it's supposed to be able to broadcast what's on my phone's camera here, like pointed at my face. It's supposed to broadcast that, and it should be showing it like right up here as like a window within a window, but it's not doing that. Yeah, I know, Garth. I'm trying to get this to work, but that way, like, it would be kind of fun. That way, I could just turn the phone around. Y'all could see like exactly like how my camera setup is and how messy my desk is and whatnot. But this ain't fucking working. All right, well, I'm gonna just play around with that again later, and I will figure that out some other time. Because I don't know why that's not working, and it's pissing me off. Otherwise, we'll go back to the music. Anyways, yeah, that's what I was trying to do. Anyways, like, the Roger Waters concert was pretty good. I've seen him once before. He did come through Austin back in 2012 and performed The Wall in its entirety. Love that. Great concert. One of the best concerts, if not the best concert I've ever been to. This one was a lot more heavy-handed on the politics, and it makes sense because he's very, very political. But yeah, it's... I said it before, like last week, and I was like, I'm not so big on the politics thing, but I mean, cool. He's got political opinions. He's free to have them. I just care about the music. I just want to go and hear. And I know some of the music itself may be political, but there's times where I'll listen to music, and it's not just because of the lyrics. As long as the lyrics aren't like super offensive and the tune is really good, I'll probably enjoy it. Yeah. I'm a person who probably likes the tune first, and then if there's lyrics to go with it, cool, because I get to sing along, no matter who's around me, because they don't have a choice, for the most part. I'm just not sitting on a bus or anything trying to jam out and sing along to songs. I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. No, not happening. Anyways, let's see, what else? Was there anything else I wanted to test tonight? What'd y'all think of the thumbnail design? I've been working on that like all day today, so like right before I actually posted the stream, I had just gotten it figured out exactly how like I want that thumbnail to look, and I'll probably still tweak it a little bit because there's still a couple things I don't like about it, but yeah, I'm really liking like the design so far. As this goes on, the plans for that is I want to do like me on one side, and I'll probably take other pictures of me with different like expressions depending on how I'm feeling, and then maybe like on the other main side, like have, if I'm talking about something news related in the news, or anyone or person or subject or something, I might have some kind of image for that. But otherwise, yeah, that's the plan for how that should look going forward. I kind of want to mix, kind of like, my idea is a mix between how like Roxy Stryer does hers, her Night at the Roxy stream thumbnail, that mixed with like Phil DeFranco's thumbnails, where he's got like him in the middle and then like whoever he's talking about kind of like off to the sides. Anyways, that's the idea for how that's going to look going forward. Raid! Oh wait. Yeah, you can't raid from Twitch to YouTube, and that sucks. Apparently they don't like each other. Ooh. That's not how raids work. What I need to do, well, problem is they don't like that either. I would say what I need to do is start a Twitch channel and then just simulcast. But I don't think you could do that in Streamlabs, and I know at least for the most part Twitch doesn't like that either. They don't want you broadcasting to Twitch and YouTube at the same time. They want you just to broadcast just to greedy bastards. Everyone who was gonna raid was already here anyways. Yeah, Chris, earlier Garth was saying that he was watching both me and you at the same time, so. And that's the thing, like in the future, we're trying to do this where me and my brother are not going to be streaming at the same time, because I've said it before, we're cannibalizing our audience if we do that. He wants everyone watching him, and then when he's done streaming, if I go, y'all can just come over and watch me. Twitch doesn't care until you're a partner. So you could still be an affiliate and stream in 2 different places. Yeah, but I think like at least for out of all those, I don't know who Maud Garrett is. I know the movie guys, obviously. Critical Role, I feel, isn't Critical Role big enough to be a Twitch partner though? Because that's a huge organization, production thing. A very few viewers. Okay, so that. Oh, there we go. Here's a topic I could talk about, because this is what's going to lead into other like topics that I like to talk about, and my brother's very familiar with this. Critical Role can do whatever the fuck they want. That's right, Chris. Why can they do whatever the fuck they want? What is it they have that gives them that ability? There's a nice delay here, so I know he's not going to be able to answer right away, but I know that he knows the correct answer is leverage. Leverage is one of the things I really like when you are having any kind of a conversation or discussion with someone, especially if you're trying to persuade or direct them to something. Yeah, Critical Role has 20,000 viewers on Twitch and 10,000 viewers on YouTube. That is what we call leverage. When you are, say in this case, they are partnered. Critical Role is partnered. So, like we were saying, Twitch doesn't like you to simulcast between, say, Twitch and YouTube, or Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. They want you to just do stuff on Twitch. If you become a partner, essentially they give like preferential treatment of some sort. I'm not familiar with all the little details, but they give preferential treatment to you because you are bringing a lot more people into their platform. Yeah, leverage is in the stats that Garth said. Exactly. That is the leverage. So when they're live streaming, they have 20,000 viewers on Twitch. That's a lot of viewers. I've seen like popular Twitchies, people on Twitch, whatever. I've seen a lot of people on Twitch that are very successful, and they have 1, 2, 3, 5,000 subscribers. Who's the popular ones that do all like the hot tub streams? What's her name? Amarath. Amarath is the one that Amarath is the one that Twitch is all like, oh, Robert Adams, you're a guy. Here's a girl in a bikini doing a hot tub stream. Watch. And like, I have no interest in watching that. I mean, maybe a little interest, but I mean, typically, normally, I'm not gonna watch that. I don't care. Do they have subs on Twitch? Yeah, Amaranth. Yeah, she does a lot of hot tub streams, like in a bikini and stuff, and she'll sign like a floaty or like somewhere on her body or something like that. And I see her whenever I click on Twitch to like to watch my brother or whatever. I'll see her like in recommended, and she has like 5,000 people watching at any given time. I'm not sure, but I mean that's not much compared to 20,000 viewers. 20,000 viewers is a lot of people. If you also take into account how many of those people, if they're subscribed, then both Critical Role and Twitch are making money off them. If they're not subscribed, they're watching ads, in which Twitch is making money off of that. So 10,000 viewers usually. She does hot tubs and ASMR. Okay, so I mean, even then, that's a lot of viewers. She's probably partnered also, I would guess. But I mean, Critical Role has 20,000 just on Twitch. That is called leverage. When you have something that no matter what anyone says or thinks is going to force them in their hand. So, for example, a job, a place that you work at. Typically, generally, when there's not a pandemic or recession or anything going on, Critical Role has 1.2 million followers on Twitch. Yeah, that's leverage. They could do whatever the fuck they want. They want to. So, like, one of the rules on Twitch is, like, dudes can't show nipple. Don't know why, but that's a rule. Guarantee you, Critical Role could do that if they want. They could have, like, all the guys sitting at the D&D table all shirtless if they want. Twitch isn't going to say shit. Why? Because they have 1.2 million followers on Twitch. Why would they? They just don't mess with them. I mean, there's probably, like, certain limits. I mean, I'm almost certain they couldn't, like, turn their channel into straight, like, live streaming pornography type of thing, but for the most part, little stuff that is, like, stupid that doesn't matter like that, they could get away with it easily because of what they bring to the table. So yeah, like, you have a job. When you're not in a pandemic and stuff, typically your job has more of the leverage. They can hire people almost at any time, depending on what your profession is. Say, like, customer service. Customer service is a real easy one. They could hire people at any given time. You don't have much leverage because if they don't like you, you're gone and they hire someone else to replace you. The cost of acquiring that new person isn't that much. Read my Ninja comment. Ninja simulcasts everywhere. Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. He can't have subs on Twitch because Twitch isn't happy he's simulcast. So, yeah. Don't show your nipples. So, yeah, it just depends. I mean, Ninja is a big streamer. I know who Ninja is, even though I don't watch his streams. I have seen him enough publicly. He's popped up in commercials. He's popped up in movies. He pops up in YouTube videos of YouTubers I actually watch and care about. Like, for example, I think he's been on Good Mythical Morning a couple of times. He pops up in places. I know who he is now. He's important enough that I understand who he is, and yeah, I know he has a huge following. And that's the thing. That's that leverage. So yeah, your job, like here in Texas is an at-will state for employment. If they don't like your shoelaces, they could fire you. Which is weird, but that's that form of leverage. Now, like, Ninja is probably bigger than Critical Role. Yeah, I mean, if Ninja really wanted to test those limits, he probably could. He probably could go shirtless and show some nipple and tell Twitch, like, you know what? I'm going to be shirtless. I'm going to show nipple on stream, and you're going to deal with it. And Twitch would be like, oh, okay. Well, probably. Sure. You take that back, sir. Anyways, so that's leverage is something that is kind of interesting when you talk to people and you're negotiating or even flat out arguing who has that leverage. Because whoever has that leverage no matter what the argument is, you take emotions out of it. Whoever has the leverage, they are going to win that conversation. Every time. Pure and simple. Unless the other person is just a complete idiot. I have like examples that I could do with this more, but I might save that for later when I get more into, like, if I ever talk about stuff like in regards to how to interact with your internet provider. Stuff like that. Leverage is key on that. Because, well, nice little taste on that. Most people don't understand, most customers don't understand you don't have leverage. The cable internet provider has leverage every time. So, I'll probably just leave it at that. Like, this would be a fun topic I would like to dive into, because it's, my job is talking to customers all day, every day. And most all of them are calling in not realizing the leverage issue. And if they understood that before calling, the phone call would be completely different and it would be great. But yeah, Twitch has many issues. That whole thing, the whole policy of how they're splitting like subscription money with like partners or affiliates or whatever, just weird. Anyways, so that's my little bit about leverage. Let's do, what do we want to do next? What time is it? 12:17 a.m. Could probably do some Nintendo. I love all my supporters, but I see like a gigantic wall of wrenches. I need more non-wrench people. Garth, in all honesty, that's it. I'll take my business to another cable company, and then when you're fed up with that cable company, you'll take your business to another cable company, which more likely would be the cable company that I work for, because you probably only have two, so you don't have much of a choice. That's leverage. What do we want to do? What looks interesting on here? I'm gonna give this a try because I don't think I've ever played this. And I'm thinking it might be very similar to Castlevania. But we're gonna go with we're gonna go with the Ghosts and Goblins here. I was like, damn, am I already playing? I haven't even selected anything. This thing is, like, possessed. Yeah, I don't think I've ever played this. Okay. Alright, so wait, what? So I started in armor, and the second that I touch someone, I'm naked. Is that how this game works? Look, I'm in this, like, armor. I wasn't seeing things, right? Like, I'm in armor, and the second that they touched me, the armor fell off. Wait, I turned into a frog. How did I turn into a frog? And why wasn't Tori here to witness this? Look, now I'm naked. No! They're gonna turn me into a skeleton. Garth, that is a good trick. Look, you bastards, y'all are touching me and making my clothes fall off. Look, now this guy's just like running around like in a thong. And what's funny is like I kill them and then they leave behind what looks like, it looks like it's leaving behind armor, but if I touch it, I don't get redressed. Do I have to collect like so many of those little armors before before I'm dressed again? This is a wild game. Go away, I don't want to be naked. I want to be in armor. I don't like that fireball thing. Well, okay, now I like the fireball thing. What the hell? I can't even get, like, they're showing me, like, where I could be. I was like, I can't even get, like, 5 feet in where I'm at right now. I mean, I'm guessing I'm just supposed to, like, just run through this real quick. You know, that's actually working pretty well. Well, it was until fucking Audrey 2 up there shot me with whatever that was. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, you're not actually listening to your game.
Yeah, it's quiet because of the way the audio shares. Ah!
What happened if I started pressing buttons?
Don't press buttons.
Alright, I'm gonna go eat.
By the way, if any of y'all are Prime members, there is the.
You can subscribe for Twitch Prime if you get your. Oh wait,
That's not where that's not where I'm going with that.
you can subscribe Twitch Prime on my Twitch
It's
channel.
not where I'm going with that.
Self-plugging.
If any of y'all are Prime members on Amazon, Amazon's doing like their like early Black Friday sale. They do have a Stream Deck on there. Yeah, and it's a huge discount.
Is it the 32?
It's not the 32.
Oh, it's the smaller one.
It's the smaller. It's not the 6 button. It's like the 15 button.
Okay, so I have the 32 on my wish list on Amazon, so maybe I could put the 15 on there and just have people buy me too.
I mean, I've got, this is the 32 right here, right?
Yeah.
So I've got the 32 and I'm using like what, 3, 6, 9, 10 buttons on it.
What's the discount on it?
So it's normally like 120 or 130, something like that, and it's on sale for $89.99.
So 90 times 2 is 180.
Well, also, you probably would be good with just the 15 buttons for right now.
No.
This one looks nice, but...
I've thought about it already.
Oh, you've thought about it?
Yeah. There's a reason I'm asking for the 32.
I guess the more I do this, the more I do this, the more I'll realize, like, hey, I actually need more buttons than this.
The only problem is I require 2 USB slots, and I don't have that.
So, if anyone would like to help him out and pick up the Stream Deck for him, and then also a multi-USB plug-in thing, so he can plug in more than 2, or more than 1.
Yeah, at least I have multiple spots, because I can plug my mic probably into that.
I don't know where your wish list is, but if y'all can figure out how to get to his wish list. Go help him out. Look, I can't figure this damn game out. I just flat out said, like, fuck it, and just trying to run through and, like, taking out, like, ignoring the zombies and whatever, and just taking them out as they come along.
We don't have to put my wishlist in. I'm sure it'll pop up in my stream.
Well, it's only, that sale is only good for, like, today, I think.
Oh, never mind then. Also, it's the 15. I need the 30.
Okay.
I got a lot more scenes than you do. I have more than I'm gonna do audio-wise with it, and I have like sound bites and stuff I want to start adding in and things I want to do. So.
Let's figure out another game until I figure out how exactly that one gets played.
Bingo.
Here's what I miss. Like, the old, like, when Nintendo games first came out, they came with, like, a little booklet. What was funny is those little booklets, I used to go, oh, thank you, Garth. Thank you for doing that. Those little booklets, I used to read them, like, when I was a kid, I would, like, no joke, before I went to the bathroom to camp out for a little while, typically I would go and, like, quickly, before I have to rush to the bathroom, I quickly thumb through my comic books and find, like, a comic or two that I want to read while I'm in there. Sometimes I would just grab, like, the little booklets from my NES games. I miss those little booklets, because that little booklet would have told me everything I needed to know about that game. And it didn't. So, what other games do I want to play on here? Actually, you know what? Let's try. Let's try Bubble Bubble. This was a game that, like, I played a lot when I was a kid, but then my dad ended up really loving it too. Regardless of how powerful the armor Arthur wears is, he will lose it with a single hit. Once losing his armor, Arthur is left only wearing his boxers. That's funny. So you can't get the armor back on. So basically the armor is like your save a life type of. So in this game, you're one of these lizard guys that can spit out bubbles, and you travel from level to level like this. And you gotta trap these guys in a bubble and then pop it, and that kills the bad guys. You can't go to the next level until you've beaten all the bad guys. So you have to clear each stage, each level, before you can move on. Real simple here. Periodically, like, there's that bubble that's the letter D. Periodically, you'll get bubbles that have letters in them. In this game... Alright, Lola sounds weird. So, if you collect all the letters, they form the word extend. I missed that. And once you collect all those, make the word extend, you get, like, I think it's like a 1-up or something. I keep looking at the screen up here to play it, and that's what's throwing me off. That's just funny. I'm glad that that Ghosts and Goblins game or whatever, I'm glad that's not how the world works in real life. I got bullied a lot in grade school. Do you know how bad it would be if every time I got touched or hit by a bully, all of my clothes would fall off? That's even more embarrassing than being bullied to begin with. Although, if that was the case, I could probably get my bully for, like, sexual assault, and then he would no longer be a bully or a pain in my ass anymore, so, yay! Stream brought to you by Extend Gum. Ah! Missed the T. For help with lasting longer. It's long-lasting flavor. Lasting longer is something completely different. That would be funny if someone was to make, like, Viagra gum, though. Or is that what Blue Chew is? I'm not familiar with, like, Blue Chew. That would make sense as to why they called it that, though, if that's what it is, if it's actually gum. So, what do you want to do tonight? Well, I have some ideas. See, now the only letter I need is that T that I missed already. That T is going to be impossible to get now. That was my joke. Yeah, I had no idea that Blue Chew was actually like gum that does that. I knew of Blue Chew. I knew Blue Chew did something in that realm. I just didn't know that it was an actual gum. Even though it has the name Chew, so therefore it should be pretty self-explanatory. I don't know why that big-ass diamond just fell, but... No, I don't want the D, I want the T. Stop giving me the D. For the love of God, I don't need the D. I've already got the D. I've gotten the D multiple times so far in this game. Oh, son of a bitch. There we go. Anyways, yeah, this was like a fun little game. Ooh, that umbrella does something. I can't remember what. Oh yeah, it fast forwards through levels. this one was like a pain if I remember. So to get the letters, you want to like put everyone in a bubble, and then they all like here they're all coming together in the middle. Damn it. But they burst and then they got angry. Come on, you angry little thing. Ghost. So, what is going on with everyone tonight? Ooh! Mainly because I'm probably not going to go into too much detail on Tagline tomorrow night. If anyone likes horror movies, especially like gory horror movies, may I recommend Terrifier. Right before I went live here, I was watching a video where someone was doing a bit talking about Terrifier 2. And saying that this movie is causing people to faint or throw up while watching it. I can understand why that would be happening. It is one of the most brutal, gory horror movies ever. Yeah. You have to be a fan of gore, or you have to be okay with gore. I know I've seen some horror fans that they've watched it and like they're like, this one's too much for me. I was able to watch the whole thing, but yeah, it's freaking brutal. But it was a lot of fun. Like, I saw it like in a decently full theater. One of the people next to me, every single time there was a jump scare, she was like, ooh, 3 with 1. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, if you have a fear of clowns, this is not gonna help. And I desperately want to get the 6 scale. There's not a Hot Toys. It's not a Hot Toys brand, but it's another brand of figures. Someone made the 6 scale figure of Art the Clown, and it's not that expensive at all. I would love to get that. It looks good, and yeah, Art the Clown is easily one of like the most... He's definitely going to be a gigantic horror icon. They're going to make a Terrifier 3. Because, like, spoilers, this movie was left wide open for a sequel. Run! They're going to make a Terrifier 3, and if they do it as well as they've done the first 2 movies, that will 100% solidify... That'll 100% solidify Art the Clown as a new horror icon. These are the type of movies that you'll typically probably get like the teenagers to do like TikTok challenges on or something. Teenagers, college frat guys. Can you watch this movie? How long can you sit through this movie before you have to cover your eyes? That kind of stuff. So you'll get like the Terrifier challenge. It was well done though. Very, very well made movie. I think it was crowdfunded. They raised more money for this, so they had a bigger budget than they did for the first Terrifier movie, and I need to come at this from the other direction. Yeah, stop telling me to hurry. I'm hurrying as fast as I can. There we go. Oh, really? So yeah, if you don't hurry, this like white skeleton ghost thing comes chasing after you. But yeah. Rob Zombie likes doing clown stuff because his parents worked carnivals. I knew the Cummings, but Rob is a few years older. But Michael, Spider-1 is my age. Yeah. Spider-1 is the one from Power Man 5000. See, now I get the T, but because I died and I had to continue and restart, I lost all the other letters. So, I got the T now. Thank you. Yep. So one of the first concerts I went to, Power Man 5000, was the opening act. Which was cool because the only song I knew by them was the When Worlds Collide. They got to tour together this year, which was cool. What, could Rob Zombie not get Marilyn Manson to tour with anymore? Ew. I wouldn't say, like, I'm not a huge Rob Zombie fan. There's a, like, I like Dragula and Living Dead Girl, but that's about it. Maybe like a couple of his songs from White Zombie. Like More Human Than Human is the one that everyone likes. I am the Astro Creep. And Marilyn Manson, like, same thing with him. There's only been like a couple of Marilyn Manson songs I've kind of liked. But otherwise, yeah, not a huge fan. I remember like the first Marilyn Manson song I heard was Sweet Dreams, which I think may have been his like first like actual single. And I was like, this is terrible. It sounds like he's yawning. Sweet dreams, memories. Like, that's what it sounded like. And I was like, no. More Human Than Human with scenes from Blade Runner. Yeah, that makes sense. Believe, isn't that where that phrase came from? Yeah. Yeah, Manson had a couple of good songs, but yeah, I'm just... Hurry! I'm still trying to figure out how to kill these guys. So now I gotta go collect those letters again. The song is about Blade Runner. I need to watch that Blade Runner 2049. Still haven't watched that yet. The other one I need to watch, and I'll probably do that possibly tonight, is Barbarella. Especially because of the news from today that Sydney Sweeney is gonna play Barbarella. I mean, I plan on probably talking about it a bit on Tagline tomorrow, but I would probably like to have watched the original Barbarella before. That way I have like a full opinion on it. Yeah, that's why I thought that sounded familiar. It was their slogan. No pop. Anyways, what else y'all got? What else has happened today? Like, I want to be able to, like, talk about, like, maybe, like, current events, but, I mean, there really hasn't been too much current event-wise that happened. Was it Angela Lansbury passed away today? That was sad, but how old was she? Like, was it 93? The last thing I saw her in was, wasn't she the balloon lady in Mary Poppins Returns? I would have liked if they could have done another, Bedknobs and Broomsticks. If they could have done that with her again, that might have been interesting. 5 days short of her 97th birthday. Jeez. Didn't Stan Lee pass away like that as well? Like, he passed away like just a few days short of his next birthday, something like that. Well, I just straight up ran into him. Alright, we're gonna try to come down here, and got him. That was luck. I'm hurrying, you bastard! Jeez. There's only so fast I can go. I'm dead. Betty White died 17 days short of her. I think that's the one I was thinking of. Yeah, other than like a couple of like the Disney movies with Angela Lansbury, I know she was, of course, Mrs. Potts is what most people around my age are gonna remember her by. Maybe a couple of people like slightly older than me, probably like probably no more than about 10 years older than me would probably more fondly remember her from Murder, She Wrote. I don't know. I know my dad used to watch Murder, She Wrote a lot, so... Give me a bubble to ride, or die, and then start all over again. Cool. Keep going. Yeah, Murder, She Wrote. That was like what really made her a household name. No, what else was she in? She was in something else too that I feel like was an even bigger household name, but I'm too young to fully remember it. I know she did productions. I can't remember if it was Broadway or off-Broadway productions of Sweeney Todd, where she would play Mrs. Lovett. Her first movie was Gaslight. See, I need to watch that too, because I know that's a very popular movie, mainly because gaslighting is a very popular term used nowadays. Or I believe it was. Someone told me that gaslighting was a popular term. I don't know if I believe them. Alright. This level's annoying. I'm trying to hurry, but every time I hurry, you bastards. Oh, the Manchurian Candidate, the original Manchurian Candidate. I did not like this game. This game's starting to piss me off. Let's find something else. How long have we been doing this? Hour and 20? Let's see if I can find something else. I do have the Wii U that I can set up. The only thing is that I still haven't done like an overlay to support the Wii U. This overlay is primarily just, this one currently is just for Nintendo. That's why the block over here, wait, Chucky's here, yeah. That's why the block over here, that's what we call a callback, remember? Remember when I was talking about that? Cool. That's why the block over here is more of like that 4:3 window, because all these Nintendo games are all 4:3 instead of like the bigger. There's a Where's Waldo game. Jaws. I've got that Silver Surfer game that I've tried playing that so many times and just ugh. Let's do Turtles 3 real quick. I don't think I've touched this one for a while. Her final film role is in Glass Onion. She's in Glass... I didn't know she was in Glass Onion. Yeah, probably a lot of people like, so what was it like working with Angela Lansbury? Let's go, Turtles. Start of a long... Oh, okay. I remember this. So very similar to Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game. I'm glad that at least the video games, I know, like, again, these were based more off of the arcade game, and the arcade game was based more off of the cartoon. I'm glad, like, these games were more based off of the cartoon. I don't know if the last time I talked about it, the one thing that really upset me when I was a kid watching the movies is the movies were based more off the comics. When what was making the Ninja Turtles popular at the time was the cartoon. So when the first Ninja Turtles movie came out in 1990, the cartoon had already been out for 3 years. And that's what drove the popularity. That's what the studios were like, yep, we want to invest money on making a movie out of this because the cartoon is doing well and we want a movie. They weren't looking at, oh, the comic book sales are doing fantastic, we want to make a movie based completely just off the comic books. It was because of the movie. Or the cartoon. Because you've also already opened up all the merchandising. What's that, yogurt from Spaceballs? You've already had all the merchandising from like all the toys, the shirts, the cereal, just... Donatello! Stop throwing sand. I hate sand. It's coarse, it's rough, and it gets everywhere. Foot soldiers. Yeah, so then, like, Ninja Turtles 2 came out, and it had a lot more, like, brighter colors. I was like, okay, cool. They're making a sequel to the first movie, but they are leaning a lot more towards the cartoon. Especially, like, I think the first commercial or trailer actually showed that they were bringing in that Shredder was going to have 2 mutants of his own. So I'm sitting here thinking, like, cool, we're going to get, like, a live-action Rocksteady and Bebop. That's going to be awesome. No. Toka and Razar. Which, in hindsight, like, Toka and Razar were pretty good. I liked them. I still would have liked Bebop and Rocksteady a lot more. Ha! I knew those signs were gonna fall. Yeah, I remember you saying that you had like copies of the first comic that are worth quite a bit right now. There's a collectible shop over here by where I live, and I was in there not too long ago, and they had a copy of Ninja Turtles #1. I think it was like it was either like the second or third printing. I can't remember. It wasn't a first print, but it was like a second or third printing, and I think they still wanted like over $1,000 for it. Speaking of Rocksteady. come he doesn't get a bar where I can see how much damage, how much more I have to kill him? I can see how much life I have left, but I can't see how much he's got left. Oh, there we go. That works. Oh, that's right. This is the one with, like, the boogie board thing. Hi, Chucky. Chucky head. The CGC graded what grade was that CGC? Well, if y'all are gonna move when I move, that's gonna make it hard for me to come after y'all, isn't it? Get over here. Where's Scorpion when I need him? That's what I need, is a board that no matter where I jump, it's always gonna be under my feet wherever I land. I have a feeling that kind of technology does not exist. 8 or higher. Okay. Damn it. Let's go Mikey, because we're surfing-ish. We're not really surfing, we're just... I don't know what we're doing. We're scooting across water on a boogie board really fast. And there's no engine or anything actually powering this boogie board. To the submarine. Something's gonna pop out of this hole right here. Yep, there we go. I got burned. Who likes fricasseed turtle? I like turtles. Where's Vernon at? What's something you sold or got rid of that you know is worth lots of money? Most everything that I had that's worth lots of money, I knew it was worth lots of money to begin with. I don't think I've ever come across that I just so happen to have something that was worth a lot of money. If it's worth a lot of money, I bought it knowing it was worth a lot of money. Like I know I said before when we were talking about like the CGC comics, I had a lot of those that were worth a lot, like X-Men #1, Hulk 181, first Silver Surfer. Man, I hate the fact I sold that first Silver Surfer. Fantastic Four number 48. I had 48, 49, and 50. I had the entire like Galactus and the Silver Surfer trilogy, and I sold them all just because I needed money. The only time I think I've actually stumbled into something I had turns out it was worth a lot of money is yeah, I'm about done anyway, so I think the only thing I like stumbled upon that was actually worth a lot of money was during the 90s. I had an X-Men board game, and this board game came with a comic book. It only came with 4 comics, and typically, especially during the 90s, those kinds of things, those gimmicks, were very cheap. They weren't worth anything. Like, you could go to a comic book shop and buy a comic book off the shelf, brand new, was probably worth $1. You probably paid like $2 or $3 for it, but it was end up worth $1. Typically, these comic books that came with like a board game, for instance, they're reprints of the original comic. They just might have something done with it. Like in this case, some of these had like some gold inking instead of regular ink, and they really weren't worth it. They were worth less because they were a part of a board game. Like in this case, it was a part of a board game that nobody cared about or wanted, so it doesn't really matter. Come to find out, the comic is now worth more than the original. So once I found that out, I still had the comic, and I still do have it. I got that comic CGC graded. It's locked under the plastic, so I think it ended up grading like a 9.4, so not bad. I don't know what it's worth now though. I haven't checked on it in a while. Let's see. Let's check eBay real quick. That was Uncanny X-Men. I think I might have this number wrong. Let's go X-Men gold covers board game. Let me see what. I think I've got the number of it wrong. I was thinking 266, but I think 266 is the first Gambit, which I have that also. Yeah, that's what I do is I'll check the completed listings. Oh, there it is. It is Uncanny X-Men 297. Apparently eBay is not working tonight. Not CHC, you fat thumbs. I fat fingered my phone here. Yeah, eBay does not want to work. I think eBay's down or something. Anyways, while I'm waiting for that to load, so once I discovered how much it's worth, of course I got it graded. Like I said, I think it's a 9.4 is what I got it at. And then I looked up what the other three exclusive comics were, since there were four total, and I bought all three of them also CGC graded. So I've got all four of them. I still own them right now. I probably won't sell those unless I need like a heart transplant or something, and they're worth like thousands, which I doubt. I think they're only worth probably like maybe a couple of hundred each at most. I think the one that I originally got, the 297, I think that's the one that's worth the most out of the four of them, which is awesome. Yeah, this is not wanting to load. Damn it, eBay. Work. Yeah, so there's a 9.8 that's on sale on eBay for 1150. Yeah, for some reason eBay's not loading for me on both my computer and my phone. It's Uncanny X-Men 297. It's the gold. It may be called gold or Pressman because it was the Pressman board games. And CGC grade 9.4. Oh, you know what I can play? I completely forgot I've got this again. Where'd it go? Oh, apparently it's our Wi-Fi. It's our internet that's not working, which means this stream may stop working here pretty soon. So there's no exact matches. So let's see just what's the gold ones. So completed listings. There's a 9.6 that I guess sold for $600 or better off, or whatever the offer was. These aren't sold. There's 303 sold for, yeah, 303 is, yeah, I see a 303 8.5 for like $75. There's a 303 gold 9.4 at $89.99. So nobody has sold the 297 gold in a while. Yeah. So for a while there, I was collecting like CGC comics, and I had a subscription to a service that would keep record of like CGC values. So like when someone posts a comic for sale on eBay, they would keep track of, like on CGC comics, they all have a serial number for each comic that's graded. It would keep track of that serial number, and it would keep track of the comic, and it would say like, hey, this serial number sold for this amount of money. So it's good to have that subscription, because if you're in the business of buying and selling graded comics, you could easily go to this website, look up the comic, see what it was sold for the last time it was sold, whether it was that specific one with that serial number or any other comic similar to it, like another same comic at 9.4 or whatever. You could see how much they sold for, how long ago they sold for, so you know whether to ask for a little bit more or a little bit less. You probably wouldn't ask for less because you would be stupid, but typically you would know what the value of that comic is based off of that website. So I used to be subscribed to that, and it was very handy. I don't anymore because I'm not in the business of buying and selling CGCs right now. So that would be fun. I would like to get back into it to, again, go back and collect the comics that I used to own, the ones that I like desperately would love to have again, like First Silver Surfer, X-Men #1, Hulk 181. Those would be great to have, but alas, it's probably going to be a while. Or I could go get them if I just sell off all the hot toys over here. So, anyways, that is probably going to do it for tonight. I want to go get some food, and yeah, I was good at selling first appearances when hype on the character was high. Like first appearances, Sabretooth went for a lot at one point, and years later I bought it back cheaper. Yeah, so that was Iron Fist. What number was that? Was that like Iron Fist 15, I think, was first Sabretooth? Yeah, so real quick, I want to end the stream, but you brought that up, and that was something funny that I loved. So back at the in 2014, when Feige did that whole presentation, they announced like the Infinity War Part 1, Part 2. That at the very beginning of that, and I watched this happen like live almost, I believe. Yeah, I was watching it live actually. So at the very beginning of that, they announced the third Captain America movie as Captain America Serpent Society. And so I looked up the Serpent Society. I was like, who are these? Why do these guys matter? Who cares about that's like $1 comic. And on eBay, they were being sold for like $1. And it was funny watching Iron Fist 14. I was close. It was funny watching when the second that Kevin Feige announced Serpent Society, how many issues of that comic started quickly selling on eBay. Everybody was buying the issues, the first appearance of the Serpent Society, for like $1, in hopes that it would get sent to them, and then they would turn around and flip it for like, say, 20. You buy a comic book for $1, you turn around, sell it for 20, 30, 50, 100, whatever. So huge like return on investment. And then of course, as we all know, by the end of that presentation, Feige was like, yeah, I'm having some buyer's remorse on that Serpent Society. And like, you weren't the only one having buyer's remorse. And then they changed it to Civil War, and everyone who just probably plopped down. I mean, a lot of people probably spent like maybe $20. I mean, granted, $20 isn't much, but you spent $20 on buying a ton of these first appearances of the Serpent Society in the hopes that you would flip them for much more and make a pretty decent chunk of change off of it. And all that was dashed just because Kevin Feige and the MCU wanted to pull a fast one on the audience. So it was absolutely hilarious, and I'm glad I was not one of the ones that jumped on that bandwagon real quick. I did do the when they announced the Guardians of the Galaxy, and they announced exactly which Guardians of the Galaxy, the newer ones with like Star-Lord and Gamora and Drax, Rocket and Groot. I did go and buy that Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 with that team. I bought that like immediately, as fast as I could, and it kind of raised a little bit in price, but not much. I was like kind of reserved on like buying a Guardians of the Galaxy comic just because I didn't know if it was going to be them or if it was going to be the older like Yondu, Charlie 27, that kind of group. But yeah, the biggest thing the Serpent Society ever did was kill MODOK. Jeez. That's great. When they announced that title, I was like, why? This doesn't make any sense. You're supposed to be building bigger and better, and then they changed it to Civil War. I was like, that's more like it. That makes more sense. So, anyways, that's gonna do it for the stream tonight. Hello, Maxwell. Just as I'm ending, thank you for jumping in. Hello, sir. That is going to do it for the stream tonight. Make sure y'all do the YouTube things. Hit that like, subscribe if you're not a subscriber. I know I see Garth and Maxwell in the chat. I'm pretty sure both of y'all are subscribers already. So, had the first appearance of Rocket Raccoon with Mike Mignola art, which jumped in value after the movie came out. Yeah, and I was in a position where I could have actually got the first appearance of Rocket Raccoon. I was trying to negotiate with the owner of the comic book store, and he said that he had just bought it off of someone, so he really wasn't wanting to negotiate. He was wanting to see if he'd be able to sell it for his asking price. So he passed on like any kind of like haggling over it, unfortunately, which is fine. I completely understand. It's up to him. It's his comic. So but yeah, make sure y'all do the YouTube things, like, comment, subscribe. What is going on real quick? Tomorrow night, tagline. I still got to do the thumbnail for that. I haven't even done the thumbnail for tagline tomorrow night. There's just been so much, like, there's been a lot of news, but all of it's been like really tiny, so I don't know what to make the thumbnail of yet. We'll see. More than likely it'll probably have some Marvel on it, because that's all the news there is lately, is all Marvel. So I'll do the thumbnail. Tagline is tomorrow night. Thursday I know I'll be watching Halloween Ends. I am trying to do, yeah, later today, tagline. I'm trying to be a little more, I forgot what it's called. A thumbnail of Angela Lansbury. I might throw together a thumbnail with Angela Lansbury on it. I am trying to be a little more proactive on nailing a review for like every movie I see. I know, like, I've gone to see a bunch of horror movies lately. Like I saw Barbarian and Smile. I didn't do any kind of a review. I just posted on Twitter, hey, I like this movie. Had a couple of good scenes. I recommend it, and that was it. That's all I've said. But my problem with doing reviews is all the outlets that you can do a review in. Like, I could review it on Twitter, I could review it on Letterboxd, I could review on Instagram. I have a YouTube channel. I have 2 YouTube channels technically. I could do a review on there. So I want to be more proactive, kind of like what I did with the review of Terrifier 2. I just sat down, turned on this exact camera because it's the same position here, quickly belted out a review, edited it, and got it up. Reviews typically don't get a whole lot of reviews or a whole lot of views on YouTube, so I'm trying to help amp that up a little bit by just doing a lot more. The more you do, the more YouTube and its algorithm will like you, and it will show kindness and favoritism to you if you are producing more content. So I want to do that more just to catch that YouTube algorithm and help propel the channel even more. It's been sluggish almost ever since the pandemic. We really have not gotten out of this slump that we've been in. So I want to pump out more reviews. I want to stay more dedicated to doing trailer reactions. Those are just, they're hard to hit, especially when I work like 8 hours a day. It's just really hard to be able to get the time to do them. And a lot of times I know, like, if you don't do it right off the bat, it gets lost in the shuffle of everyone else doing it. That Mario one, everyone and their mom knew that Mario trailer was going to drop at the time that it dropped, so they were all prepared to do a reaction to it. Same with like the Black Panther. Everybody did a trailer reaction to Black Panther. Difference is that Black Panther one actually did very well for pretty much anyone. Anyone who did a Black Panther trailer reaction, the first trailer, that one did gangbusters for your channel and your views. Some people more than others, but yeah, it did very well. I would like to stay dedicated to doing that more often, even if I'm going to be late on it. If I can't get to a trailer until like 5 hours later because I have to wait till I get off work, I want to be able to do that. But then it's also, a lot of it is, I'm busy, I've got stuff I've got to do, or I just have like a heavy bout of depression and I don't feel like doing shit. So I've got to be able to push through that. So that is the stuff that I'm working on. It's what I want to do. And of course, we've been talking about it, trying to push for the Cinefanatics podcast. I know that those should be up and running pretty soon. There's a couple of more things I'm needing to tweak as far as our living room set goes for that. Once that's fixed, we should be good to go to start getting those done. So yeah, trailer reactions are the bread. Anyone who's running a movie YouTube channel, trailer reactions are your bread and butter. That is where you get the views. No one cares about like your opinions on a review because they don't know who you are. They don't know why they should listen to you review a movie. There's no personal connection there. You haven't built a rapport with your audience. Trailer reactions are short, they're simple, they're digestible, and that's how you start getting people interested in who you are. If they like your reaction, then they're more likely to subscribe to you and come back to your channel to see a review. So like, we did the trailer reaction for the 2 Black Panther trailers. We're going to do a review for Black Panther Wakanda Forever when it comes out. Hopefully the people who enjoyed our trailer reactions will come back and watch our review. Who knows? Just depends on if they care enough to follow, if they turned on the notifications, if YouTube's pumping it out to them like, hey, you watched these guys talk about Black Panther before. Here they're talking about Black Panther again. New video. Watch this one. If that happens, then cool. We'll get that view as well. But otherwise, yeah, it's hard to grow that channel. The trailer reactions are like the sole focus of like anyone who's starting a movie YouTube channel. The trailer mashups, I don't know how much they actually are. I think the trailer mashups, from the ones that I've seen where it's got multiple people all reacting at the same time, those are like cool for just seeing like something happen in the trailer and you just see a giant crowd of people on the screen going, whoa, type of thing. I don't know how many people are actually like figuring out who's on the screen and then going into the description and finding like the list of channels or reactors down there going, I like this one person, and this giant mashup of all these people that most of who I probably don't know. I don't know how much those are really selling a channel right there, but it is kind of cool. At least it's your channel being plugged by another channel, so that always helps. Anyways, so yeah, that's something that we're working on. So tagline is tomorrow night. Thursday I'm gonna watch Halloween Ends, and then I'll probably do a review for that. I will probably get the review up sometime on Friday. Very likely not going to, well, I don't know. If it comes out on Thursday, I might be able to watch it and then do a review later that night and pump it out like late Thursday night. I don't know. We'll see. Friday is another marquee. This one's going to be 80s horror movies, like indie cult favorites. Again, no Jason, Freddy, Michael, Chucky. Sorry. None of those will be involved in there. These are going to be horror movies that hopefully for the most part, unless you're a die-hard horror nerd, you probably have never heard of most of these. And if you're wanting to explore, there's going to be some good ones in there. Yeah, they do name the channels because they're required to. Yeah, Late to the Party says they do have fans who were brought there by Masha Videos. That's cool. Yeah, I know we've been in a couple of those, and we may have had fans that came to us because of them. I don't know. we don't know actually. I guess there might be a way of looking in the algorithm and see like where fans were clicking, what that click through was. They clicked here to get to my channel, then subscribed. I don't know. So yeah. Anyways, that is gonna do it for tonight. So when you saw the list, you were surprised how many of the 80s horror movies you saw. Yeah, there's a lot of good ones in there. There's some nice gems. Like, even if you're not a huge horror fan, especially if you don't like the gore in it, there's some good gems in there that are going to be a lot of fun. And I'm actually really surprised out of that entire list, there is one of those movies that my brother has watched. And while he's not a fan of horror movies, he does, like, every time I bring up this movie, he does like quoting it because it's just really funny. It is a really funny horror movie. I'll talk about that on the marquee on Friday, but anyways, again, that's going to do it for tonight. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for clicking like and subscribe and commenting down below if you're watching this later. Yeah, anyways, good night, y'all. Button. Who's got the button? There it is. Hey, awesome, Robert. Good stuff. Thanks for the stream. Have a great night, everyone. Yep, what he said. Sweaty palm, sweaty palm.